Hello friends, the story inspired by Leo Tolstoy and Munshi Premchand, famous writer. The title name is Grain of Truth. Let's start. In the Gilidji, in the Gilidji city of Amarpur, where slogans like eradicate poverty and jobs are all scroll from billboard, the reality on the outskirts was for different. Just a few miles away stood Maharajpur, a quiet village. There such slogans never reached the heart of the people. They passed like vespers in the breeze. Here lived Dhanira, an aging farmer, with his grandson Raghuveer, a college student who toiled on the field during vacations. Though poor in wealth, they were rich in values, honesty, simplicity, and self respect. Raghuveer, educates yet grounded, had read Tolstoy and Premchand alike. His ideals were shaped by his grandfather's humility and the author's message of compassion, justice, and truth. For years, the village was under the control of Thakur Harishchand Singh, a powerful landlord and politician. Owning half the village land, he collect rent and interest from poor farmers, often pushing them into an endless cycle of debt. One day, the government announced a green highway project. Lands would be acquired for development, compensation would be paid. But the truth was, Thakur had already manipulated land records and claimed the money. Even Dhaniram's small 2-acre plot, the family only livelihood, was being taken. Raghuveer hushed back to the village. Why are you silent, Baba? He asked. Dhaniram smiled faintly. When the mighty speak, the poor are expected to keep quiet. But Raghuveer could not accept it. Raghuveer filed complaints, went to the city official, wrote to newspaper, but everywhere he was dismissed. The records don't show your name. There is no title in your favor. You are a marginal farmer, excluded from this plain. Frustrated yet undeterred, he began organizing the villages. He gave speech, raised awareness, and soon became known as the rebel student. His social media post gained traction. One evening, while addressing village at the school, goon arrived and thrashed him brutally. It was a warning. Dhaniram wiped his wounds and said gently, when you walk the path of truth, trust, and just blessing. The village split into two, those who supported Raghuveer and those who feared the Thakur. The pressure grew. Dhaniram's health declined. He needed treatment they could not afford. Then come an offer from the Thakur's man. If Raghuveer stops the protest, he will get a job in the city. We will pay for Dhaniram's treatment. Torn between love and principle, Raghuveer looked at his grandfather. Dhaniram held his hand and said, never trade truth for comfort, son. If you step back today, future generations will crawl forever. One cold morning, Dhaniram passed away. He died quietly, like a candle burning to its last flame. At his grave, Raghuveer plant a single grain of wheat, something his grandfather always said. If you bury a seed of truth, it may disappear for a while, but it will one day bloom into a field of justice. From that day, Raghuveer intensified the fight. He filed RTIs, petitions the court, and brought the media into the village. Month passed, the High Court verdict arrived. The land acquisition was illegal, the compensation fraud was exposed. Thakur's control began to crumble, officials were suspended, farmers got their lands back with rightful compensation. But Dhaniram was no more. Raghuveer used his share of compensation to build a school on that very land, Dhaniram Gramin Vidyalaya, a rural school for justice and learning. Children there read not just textbooks but also the works of Tolstoy and Premchand. Every time they passed Dhaniram grave, they bowed and said, "He lies, the man who sowed a grain of truth." Thank you.